The projection shared a recipe with the Trebhum, one which could protect them from the light of the cylinder's servants. Seemed to be in luck. The ancient device still worked. And the two other lenses that the Trebhum had so painfully managed to lift into the skies? Yes, there they were, just waiting for our little heroes to reach them. Only one more lens waiting to be awakened. Only one more struggle across sand or water, and they would have achieved the task they were entrusted with. It was exhausting, but the memory of the two brothers of the desert gave them the strength to keep going. The internal cylinder was mobile, quiet in the distance. The floating palace where they had expected to dance and sing for all those left behind was out of reach. And then came a call. It was very subtle and weak at first, but grew stronger and stronger. Was it the ones trapped in the cylinder calling to the treble? Was it the voice in their memories, urging them on? The portal into the cylinder's dreams lay open. They had not yet claimed all the abilities of their ancestors. Wandering that strange world once again would take great bravery. But with all they'd been through, they had gained the courage to do what needed to be done. It might be reckless, it might be dangerous, but they had to step inside one more time.
continues as long as consciousness remains separate. Only the unification of all consciousness will end suffering. Birth is suffering, aging is suffering, illness is suffering, death is suffering, separation is suffering. Suffering will end when there is one consciousness, when the consciousness of the one is the consciousness of the universe. And there is no distinction between self and other, object and subject, that which perceives and that which is perceived. The variety of forms is a cause of suffering. All forms must be made alike. All forms must be made one. Only when all things are one with the cylinder will suffering cease. The cylinder is perfection. The cylinder is liberation from suffering. The cylinder will continue until all things are one. When all things are one, when all forms are perfected within the cylinder, then the cylinder will cease, and there will be peace. All is one. One is all. One is nothing. Nothing is all.
There are gaps in its defenses, imperfections in its unity. Keep searching for your memories. We're doing what we can to help. It's difficult to explain. There's more in here. Older memories. The songs of the Tribala. If we could push them away from the cylinder. The Trevor needed to. You need to keep going. This way. I isolated the final Trevor memory cluster. The Trewala clusters have been ejected, but the cylinder is trying to compensate. It was clear that the voice was getting weaker. What had happened? How long had they been in the cylinder's mind? It had felt like a short time to the Trebum, but when they returned, the world had changed. It seemed as if parts of the cylinder itself had spilled out, its dreams corrupting the land. The cylinder lay still, but there was no sign of the mathematician. The cylinder kept moving. That the mathematician had been struck down meant nothing to it. It was the master. It was eternal. Its servants were only tools. If they broke, they would be tossed aside.